sharing your Saturday morning with you. This is Real Deal Sports Talk with KP. I'm the host. We got sports to talk about. All right. How's everybody doing on this lovely Saturday morning? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you listening. Oh, many things are going on. Crazy world we live in, right? Crazy world. All this violence, all this decisiveness, all of this divisiveness, all of these scandals. I mean, politically, sports, it's everywhere. It's unbelievable that all of this stuff is happening all at the same time, and it just seems normal. It seems like day-to-day life. The American swimmers. I mean, what the hell? What? This situation is just dumb on every side. It's bad on all sides. It's a corrupt government and a corrupt police system taking advantage of the fact that the Olympics are in town. And the Olympics, because they're an international thing, because it's a posturing thing, because it's part of what makes America number one, we've now decided that these swimmers are going to pay fines if they lied. Up to, what was the one swimmer paid $10,800? Really? For peeing on a building? For being held at gunpoint? For only being allowed to leave because you paid them? It'd be one thing if this gas station that they stopped at and vandalized the poster and peed because they were too drunk to find the bathroom had called the local authorities and gotten them involved at any point while they were holding these swimmers at the gas station with security guards that were armed. But that didn't happen because it's corruptness. Because it made them feel embarrassed, so they had to make it a big thing. They couldn't just say, you know what, our mayor said we weren't going to be able to protect anybody. Or the governor, or whoever it was, came out and said, our police force can't protect you. Tourists, athletes. They got robbed. By definition, they were robbed. They were held against their will by security guards and only were allowed to leave after they gave them money. They probably would have gotten maybe like $500 worth of fines had they done the same thing here in the States. Vandalism and public urination. Somewhere around $500 probably. This guy's paid 10 grand, almost 11 grand. Lochtey's probably going to face a similar fine. Now I get it. The drunk idiot Lochtey, one hungover, and while still drunk, embellished the story and made it seem like this big dramatic thing. When it wasn't that dramatic, it was mostly them being stupid that caused the incident to start. You can't dismiss that. It was him pulling the poster off the wall, them peeing on the building because they were too drunk to find the bathroom that was maybe another 20 feet away from where they were. That started everything. That doesn't dismiss the actions afterwards. And that's where the corruptness comes in. That's where it's just wrong. You can't just dismiss the after actions because, well, these guys did something too. Well, both parties did something. And that needed to be addressed, and it wasn't. So, because of this international feel around it, because of everybody wanting to save face and make, the place they pick the Olympics to be in not seem as bad as it really is, I'll stick with my fantasy of Rio from the movies. That filth that the rowers had to compete in, they're getting sick? Are you kidding me? Come on now. Pick a better place for the Olympics next time. Bright spot of the Olympics outside of the American swimmers and gymnasts for me is definitely Usain Bolt. His 100, 200, and 4x100 three-peat is an amazing feat. To be a sprinter, to hold the top position for that long, that's an incredible thing. Could it be broken? Sure. There could be another dominant sprinter that comes along and is able to match 3 Olympics. It'd be amazing if you find some young stud who's a teenager who can win a gold and maybe do 4 Olympics. That would be amazing. They're talking about now his records could be beat by Tokyo. That somebody could run a 9.3 by Tokyo in the 100 meter. Are you kidding me? And the other day, Usain Bolt helped a Paralympic athlete in Rio who was blind, and he was her running guide. I mean, he's just a good dude. People think he's arrogant, but he's a showman. He loves what he does. He loves to perform. He loves to get out there and put on a show for everybody, and he's good at it. So why not have some bravado? Why not have some showmanship to your game? You go out there, in the 4x100, it was pretty close when he got the baton in the final leg of the race. And really it was pretty close until about 40 meters left, when all of a sudden he had an extra gear nobody else had, and he took off. And that's how his Olympic career is going to end, with him again showing his dominance. I mean, it was just an amazing performance. We need to get some amazing performances out of our men and women's basketball team. The men have a rematch against Serbia, who pushed them hard already in this tournament. Made it a real close game with them. And the women have their gold medal game against Spain. The men beat Spain to get into the gold medal game. We need both of those to really have, good games. Pull out the gold. Basketball is the American sport, right? Invented here. Peach basket. James Naismith, all that good stuff. And we're leading the medal count. It's incredible, the medal count, the way it's the gap between the United States and the next several countries. I'm very surprised at Great Britain's success so far in this Olympics. I mean, I don't remember them being a powerhouse in the Summer Games anytime really. But it seems like slowly over the last couple Olympics, they're coming on strong. People should really start paying attention to what they're doing. I mean, it's even crossing over. You got a lot of mixed martial artists coming from the United Kingdom. And we'll talk about one, Conor McGregor, here in a little bit. I know he's Irish, but that's part of the United Kingdom. So, yeah, England's doing a lot of good things. I'm surprised Russia, with as many athletes as they had banned, they're coming in 4th, 5th right now in the medal count. That's very impressive. China's having kind of a down year. They're normally a little closer to us in the medal count. So with as bad as they've done, I mean, there's so many stories wrapped in and around this Olympic Games. They're trying to make it seem like it's great, and Rio's this great place. But it's just poverty and crime, and it's a third world country with this old fantasy idea from fantasy Hollywood that the rest of the world has. And at certain times, don't get me wrong, the people down there, great culture, great people, it was a great place. But things have gone bad because of money, because of capitalism, because of industrialization, all these things that we call progressive that can really tear down other places. And we're seeing those effects. So I mean no disrespect in what I say. I'm just speaking my truth of what my knowledge is on the situation. And you know what? It is what it is. The Olympics have been pretty good. We're going to hit a commercial break real quick, and when we come back, we should have either Chris or Jeremy from the dirtcannon.com with us. We'll try and get them on. But we'll get to that after the break.
Hey guys. The NFL season is almost here, and you know what that means? Fantasy football is right around the corner. Did you win your fantasy league last year? Would you like to win some extra money playing in a daily fantasy football this season? If so, the dirtcannon.com is here to help. You can get numbers and projections anywhere, but if you want to build a winner for a full season fantasy team, or just looking to win consistently in daily games, then do what I did and join the dirtcannon.com. They have it all in one place, fellas. Whether a bronze member or a silver, they will hook you up. I recommend the silver package. Starting today for the silver package, use my code RDST and you will get a customized 2016 NFL Draft Kit, Draft Day Intelligence, and access to their award-winning lineup analyzer with expert insight and analysis. So win your league, make some money, and take home the bragging rights with the dirtcannon.com, and use Real Deal Sports Talk's promo code RDST. And for the first month, with my code RDST, Get $4.99 off the first month of your silver membership.
So like I told you guys, TheDirtCannon.com is the official fantasy partner of Real Deal Sports Talk with KP. We're going to be having a lot of conversations with them here in the future. They'll be on. We're going to have Chris on from TheDirtCannon.com. He's going to talk college sports with us. He'll talk a little NFL with us. We'll set some fantasy lineups. We'll have Jeremy on come NBA season. He loves to talk basketball. We'll get him on during the basketball season. So there's going to be a lot of good stuff. Check that out. Check out TheDirtCannon.com. Get yourself right for your fantasy leagues. It's a bunch of good stuff going on. Right now, calling in on the Real Deal Sports Talk hotline, we have, hello, how we doing?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good. So, am I speaking with Chris or Jeremy?
It's Jeremy.
Hey, all right, Jeremy. So, thanks for calling in this morning. I appreciate you taking the time out of your morning to call into the show and give our listeners a little introduction to TheDirtCannon.com. So, why don't you just tell the listeners a little bit, excuse me, a little bit about what TheDirtCannon.com can offer.
Absolutely. So Dirt Cannon stands for the best absolute truth in terms of information for fantasy sports information. Dirt Cannon, we started the company in December of 2014, primarily because we wanted to provide our customers with a single point of location of information for fantasy sports. So it's been a fun ride so far. We appreciate you having us on.
Very good, very good. So as my listeners take the opportunity to check out TheDirtCannon.com, tell them what kind of services do you guys offer with your analytics?
Absolutely. So we've got a handful of experts that really spend a ton of time doing all the research and analysis for our customers. So at TheDirtCannon.com, we have a handful of different offerings, tools, and features that really allow for our customers, whether they're playing a season-long fantasy league or in the daily fantasy sports arena. We've got a multitude of features. So in the season-long formats, we've got draft kits, and then next week we'll actually be releasing our draft day intelligence, which is a feature set, a user application that they can enter the draft results as they're doing their season-long draft and get real-time recommendations. And for our daily fantasy players, our premier tool is our award-winning lineup analyzer. Within our lineup analyzer, you have a handful of requirements. You'll basically fill in half your roster requirements for platforms like FanDuel, DraftKings, or Yahoo, and allow our recommendation engine to supply you to fulfill the rest of your lineup requirements, so give you the best chance to win some cash.
Wow, it sounds like you guys really are covering the fantasy sports world with the FanDuel and DraftKings, Yahoo, NFL, CBS. You guys are just hitting a little bit of everything, huh?
We do. We try to customize our feature set specific to each of the gaming platforms. That way, again, you don't have to go and visit 30 different websites to get all of your information. You get it all from us here over at Dirt Cannon.
That's awesome. I know I'm looking forward to using it as the draft for the Real Deal Sports Talk Fantasy League comes up here on September 4th. I will be setting my lineup using the DirtCannon.com professional knowledge. Is there any other sports outside of football that you guys are looking to get into or will be providing services for?
Absolutely. So we started our offering, obviously, in the NFL space because that's the premier fantasy sport in the United States and Canada.
Right.
We also offer services for the NBA, and then later on, towards the end of this year, we're going to be expanding into PGA golf, as well as MLS soccer and MLB for next season. So we've got a lot coming up in the next few months.
Awesome, doing big things, big things. How long have you guys been doing this? How long have you been in the game?
Absolutely. So we started Dirt Cannon in December of 2014. Really started on a foundation, a co-founder of mine, Chris Rupert, and myself, Jeremy Cunningham.